hello! Oh, I remembered this time, fantastic. Good morning, good hello, good evening, good afternoon, hello, and welcome to the 6th instalment of Stumblethrough with Cogent, where we are going to demystify the most complex and difficult, notoriously difficult games in gaming today. I hope you're well, I hope you're in a nice mental space, I hope you're nice and relaxed. Yeah, it's time. We are going to enter one of the most notorious parts of one of the most notorious games, and it's going to be an interesting one, so do come along. It's nice and early in the morning where I am at the moment, so I'm going to sip my coffee, clear my throat, and let's get going. So, if you remember from last session, we managed to actually kill the Gaping Dragon, which is fantastic news for us. And I've got this amazing Zweihander, which is even better. So if I'm glancing right, it just means that I'm just checking all my levels and you can see my big horrible face gurning in the background. So yeah, we are going to head down into Blight Town, which should be very, very interesting at the very least. So yeah, I'm always a little bit nervous about going to Blight Town because it is one of those most notoriously cruel areas of Dark Souls, but again, it doesn't have to be. Clonk. And remember, we're keeping nice and relaxed. We're making sure that our rhythm is not being interrupted by anything. Hello. And you really helped me last time by selling me some cool gold pine resin, which I don't have any of anymore. That's fair enough. So what we're going to do is going to open this this door now, which, if you remember, was locked before we killed the Gaping Dragon, because we get, for some reason, the Gaping Dragon had that on her, as you do. Imminent sorrow, yeah, that's not too far off. Now, the first thing you will notice about Blight Town is firstly how very dark it is, and how very textured it is. The reason that Blight Town was so notoriously, basically crazy when Dark Souls was first released is because the amount of textures and lighting in this game on old console architecture. Sorry, I'm getting very, very boring and technical. Like on the PlayStation 2, for example, Blight Town ground to a halt because there was so much going on. As you can see from all these planks of wood. Oh, hello. Oh, see, the thing is, we've got to be very careful in this area because, as you can see, everything's very narrow. The enemies are very tough. But again, so long as we can keep up their stagger... Oh, nearly! We should be fine. Alright, they are quite slow. Oh! I have a lovely boy who's leapt on my lap, as you can see, a little tail floating in the... Oh, nice, dung piles. Now, dung piles aren't actually useless. I haven't found a proper use for them. I think some builds might use them as well, but you can throw them at people to increase their toxicity. The only problem with that is it also affects you as well. So remember, like with everything in Dark Souls, it's not a race. We're just going to carefully pick our way through, and we are going to find... So what we're going to do, we're going to try to track these enemies one at a time, only because trying to deal with one of these and another enemy, oh my goodness, is quite tricky. So I wasn't very quick on the uptake there. There we go. Remember, I'm just trying to keep that stagger up. Letting my stamina start to regen again. And for someone who's not brilliant at this game... Oh, you angry. Boop! There we go. Having something that can disrupt enemies' poise, I find really useful. So it might be big and slow, but it is actually quite useful. Hello. Come on. Come on in. That's it. I'm just going to draw these guys out. There we go. And because of my big Zweihander, we are able to disrupt this guy's rhythm quite a lot, which is a fantastic news for us. Bonk. There we go. Again, we're just going to keep nice and gentle. We're not going to... They like a good shout, these guys. There we go. But yeah, we are definitely not in a race in this game, or on this part of the game anyway, at the very least. So we're just going to try and stride in normally, because certain enemies like to pop out and get to know you, like these guys. Now these guys are tricksy little devils, especially as I just said. Oh yeah, I love big slow weapons. These are quite nimble guys, which is why, again, we're just trying to keep them locked down with these sword swings. I love it when they get angry and smash things up. Right, so when they shout like that, they'll leap on you. Alright, and it's very important that you try and get out of the way of that, only because... Uh-oh, you're about to find out. Oh no, there we go. Let's have a look. I'm going to try and stay nice and calm. As you can see, my stress level's starting to rise. Oh, blimey, right. We also are lucky enough to have a blow darter. Remember, the other cool thing about ultra great swords, especially this one, this 5-hander, is that the kind of light attack is a really wide swing. Oh, blimey, okay. Right, I need to be nice and careful about that guy. So let's have a look. These little fellas are very, very tricky. A good friend of mine started playing Dark Souls on the back of these videos, which is fantastic. I'm really, really happy. And I said he streams as well, which is fantastic. I'll pop a link in the description to his Twitch stream, because it's really oh blimey, it's really good fun watching someone else play through after seeing you play for a little bit. Oh my word! And seeing him play through this area specifically is a sight to behold. I'm so proud of him. But as you can see, we're not panicking. There's a few little attacks that haven't quite got the rhythm down for yet, which is okay. Remember, our heavy attacks are still pretty good for disrupting their poise. There we go. Yeah, we're just going to stay nice and calm. Look, so it takes a little while for them to get back up as well. So we can kind of keep rinsing them with light attacks. There we are. Not so bad. Not so bad. And as always, we keep it nice and calm, making sure everything's fine. As you know, it is quite dark, and it is an absolute maze in this area. So once again, we're just going to try and stay as careful and as calm as possible. So you can see me kind of glancing like that. It's because I'm about 1,000 years old. You know, remember when you first started playing games on maybe, oh, I don't know, Super Nintendo, SNES? That might be a bit before your time, maybe the Wii, or, oh god, N64 might be your first console. Is when you go to jump, you go, ah, ah, or when you're steering, you go, ah, ah. I still do that, so if I'm looking at edge, I'll always go, just pick around there. I don't know why. One day, I know this will come into play, because when the VR, or when I manage to get a VR headset, oh god willing, I'll be the best at it, because I know how to peer over ledges. See, as you can see, that was like a little bit of a horseshoe that we just did there. Just turning back on ourselves, because remember when we first entered the area, we looked down to our right-hand side. There was that glowing corpse. That. Hello. You naughty little sausage. I've honestly never come across that before. There we go. So these are the guys you got to watch out for. They do give you a lot of purple moss clumps, which is fantastic, but because they're very difficult to spot, look at that. And they also fire these poison darts at you, which is jolly frustrating. Long live the king. Off you go. There we go. Lovely job. Lovely job. So if you were eagle-eyed like me, obviously I just stopped climbing and I went, oh, there's actually someone up there. If you press light attack, you punch upwards. And after a couple of attacks, they do fall off the ladder. So if you're quite high up or on quite a long ladder, you can punch people off and then they fall to their death. If there's someone beneath you, if you use your heavy attack, you'll kick downwards. Something just to remember. It doesn't happen very often, but just worth bearing in mind. And remember, there is absolutely... I know I keep banging on about it, but there's absolutely no rush in Dark Souls at all. And it can never be more true, except when in this area specifically. There we go, just trying to catch them before they can even recover. But Cogent, why do you keep having the shield on? It's like, well, actually the shield is very, very good. Because if you remember, this is the grass crest shield, and it also increases my stamina regen. Something lit up then, and I'm very concerned. I'm just going to take a nice little walk along this right-hand ledge, because I do believe we've managed to attract some new friends. Hello. There he is, look. What a nice young man. Remember, we're just going to keep rinsing him with the heavy attacks. Make sure that he's... There we go. Happy as a clam. Fantastic. Okay. So, if you forgive me if I'm a little bit quieter at the moment, I am just trying to find a most efficient route through. Remember, whilst this is technically a walkthrough, it is called Stumblethrough for a reason. And that is because I make no pretense as to my level of ability. And I hope... Ooh, now. But yes, I hope what you can see during our little playthrough together is the mistakes that I've made, as well as the things that I get right. So you can use these lessons when you play your own game. And then you can let me know how you did, and if you did better than me at any point, because that's what I love to see. Because, again, I'm really not precious, I don't have an ego about these kind of games, so I would love to know if you saw me die a million times or something, you went, oh, I did that first time, I'd be like, that's awesome, congratulations. Now, the set that I just managed to pick up is quite good for this area because it has huge poison resist, and it's nice and light as well. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to pop some of that on, because look at that poison resist, it's fantastic. So if we are being shot at by nasty people, it means that we can keep a slightly better kind of handle on how we go. Look at that. And it does look quite cool, doesn't it? I mean, look at that. Very, very ninja. Notice that I haven't changed the helmet because I have a sack. I can't not use my sack. And as you can see, exploration is definitely rewarded in this game because, especially in Blight Town, because there are so many little nooks and crannies. I mean, look at that, look. How do I get to that place? I just don't know. So let's go and have a look. I'm just going to pick my way through nice and carefully. Remember, some of these barricades are destructible, so... destroyable? Anyway, one of those. Okay, lots of Proud Knight souls as well, so we are actually going to be quite rich when we come out of this area. Again, so long as we're nice and careful. Oh, there's a person who's very angry that we're here. Which I can kind of see why. I mean, it'll have literally just broken into their house. Uh-oh. Ooh, no! Right. Oh my word, right. To bear in mind about these little tiny dogs, they have the same kind of moveset as the dogs that we've met before. The only issue is that they're a lot smaller. Right, we need to be very careful now. So what I'm going to do... remember, we'll keep it nice and calm. Toxic is a lot more powerful than poison. So... oh, fantastic. And I've managed to actually come across a bonfire, which is going to really help me. I'm going to try and sit down on it very quickly. Oh, that was lucky, wasn't it? So, how I found that was, if you can see just off in the background there, that kind of crooked bridge, we kind of head along the high area, we jumped down, then came back on ourselves. And that was a very, very cheeky move there, but I managed to sit down that bonfire in time. Because that reset the world again, which is fantastic for us. Because not only does it remove my toxic, which is something that I do need to actually address. So remember we kind of went through and we've got all these purple moss clumps. Now, they unfortunately don't do anything for toxic. Toxic is dealt with by the blooming purple moss clump, which I only have one of. So I will need to be nice and careful. I think for this area as well, because enemies are very few and far between, I'm actually going to put my poise ring on in this case. because I do like it a lot, especially because I'm wearing very light armour at the moment as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to head back towards the start because I'm approaching it at a slightly different level. So we're just going to have a little explore and see if we can round out this area. Oh, hello. See, unfortunately, it also works the same way for these guys as well. They can also attack upwards and downwards. Oh, blimey, okay. And as you can see, it also works in such a way that they can knock you off a ladder as well. Uh-oh. A nice confined space, so we just need to be very careful. There we go. Remember, we just kept nice and calm. It might not look like I was very calm, but I tried to be as calm as I possibly could. There we go. As you can see, my Estus flask is also very low, so what I need to do, if you remember, is that when I get back to that bonfire, after I've explored a little bit, a bit of a balancing act. There we go. Ah, fantastic, there we go. So a nice big pile of blooming moss. There is nothing beyond there, so if you're tempted, I wouldn't. There we go. So what I'm going to do when I get back is actually going to kindle my bonfire. I'm going to spend a humanity to boost the amount of Estus flasks that I get. Now, as you can see, lots of bloodstains. And what is that? Because this bridge is very wobbly now. Some people like to run along it. We'll discover why in a second, look. Oh, it's wobbly. I always like to walk along it, only because it gives you a lot more time to go with how it flows. Now, yes, so I mentioned those dogs before, I do apologise. Yes, not only do they have the same attack move set as the regular sized dogs, they are nearly as damaging, and the big bonus is they breathe fire! Of course they do, Cogent. Why wouldn't they, after all? Oh, and they're little flibbity gibbets is what they are. So the best approach really is to catch them when they are breathing fire. There we go. Because they have to stay still, then they can't really dodge. So if you've got a big slow weapon like me, then it's kind of good practice just to leave them when they get to a very slow attack before going into it. Again, if you have a fast weapon and you prefer using that, absolutely more power to you. Humanity ahead, let's have a look. Also, remember how your movesets move you around? So my heavy attack actually steps me forward a pace, which means I could technically end up jumping off a big cliff. Oh, and he's absolutely right, there was humanity ahead, fantastic. As you can see, quite a long drop. Look at that. See, weirdly enough, you enter Blight Town and you go, oh, it's a horrible big cave. But no, look, we're actually outside. You know what? And that makes me feel a little bit better about being here. I don't know why. But just see, I'm not rushing. I'm not going quickly. I'm just picking my way. There's no advantage to me rushing through this area at all. Unless you account, of course, of you getting through this area more quickly. Which, again, is completely legitimate. So I'm just having a little explore myself. Because my first playthrough, I wasn't actually... because I kind of found out about this area before I started playing Dark Souls, I was like, oh, I really don't want to be in this area at all. It's hideous. I don't want to be here. Stop the ride, I want to get off. I hadn't really fully explored it, so I'm just having a little pick through this area just to see if there is actually any other way around this spooky wobbly bridge area. And I don't think that I can see, because it's also worth bearing in mind that ladders are very well camouflaged on this in this area as well. So I'm just gonna... It's okay. Remember, you can run, but I wouldn't recommend it. I would say walk is probably the best way of dealing with spooky moving ladder town. There we go. There, lovely. Because it just gives you more time just to react. Is there anything going on around you? Right, let's get back up this ladder, shall we? But Blight Town, not so bad, is it really? That's my mantra. Stay calm. Keep up your rhythm. You'll be fine. There we go. We'll get back to that bonfire, and I'm going to give it a little kindle. Not one of those, you know, ebooks, but you know what I mean. Ah, dear, right. Not so bad so far, right? So again, bear in mind we have sat at the bonfire, which means that the world has reset. So again, we do need to be careful about things shooting at us. Now, if you remember rightly, when we were walking along that little passage over there, is that we were also shot at by a young man with toxic darts. So I'm just going to have a quick look around to see if there's any ladders. I can't... Aha! There we go, there's one. So we might be able to access him via another way. Oh, blimey, there's a man hiding in a... You know what? Of course there is. That's so Dark Souls. Uh-oh. There we go. Let's move him out of the way and give him a little backstab. Because again, backstabs work for every weapon, but some are more effective than others. If, as you can imagine, like a light dagger is actually a lot more powerful at backstabbing. Oh, blimey, what's going on there? Oh, wow, okay. Also, it turns out that sometimes the floor is quite fragile, and we are back down here. That is the disadvantage of having a big old sword, is that once you kind of commit to an attack and you miss, it's a little bit of time before you can actually attack again. This guy just seems fed up with life. Sorry about that, buddy. I know how it is. There we go. Oh, blimey. So there we go. So, if you notice as well, because these guys are so very, very dinky tiny, that they are actually staggered by the weapon actually landing near them as well. So again, that's something to bear in mind if you have a really heavy weapon. Right. There you go, we fell down. We're none the speech impediment, none the worse for our encounter. So we are just going to head back across Spooky Bridge. Bum, 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 bum. Walking nice and carefully because we're not being shot at, we're not being attacked. So we're just going to move straight back over. There we go. Remember, encountering these enemies again, just be thankful that we can get some more souls off these guys as well. Blessings everywhere. And I said you might be dying a lot, and that's okay. That's absolutely fine. I mean, as we said before, death is part of Dark Souls. Really nice coffee. My husband very kindly made me a cup of coffee when I woke up this morning, and I cannot tell you how happy I am about that. So again, it's approaching the holidays, and this can be quite a very difficult time for people. So if you do need to talk, if you need to debrief with anyone, and you don't want to speak to any of your close friends about things that you might be either ashamed or feel weird about speaking to people about things, oh blimey, then my DMs are always open. I always speak to people in complete confidence. I will never tell anyone what we speak about, and it might be just a good opportunity for you to just to debrief mentally, because we absolutely need that at times like this. And that's what I want to engender, and this is why I play Dark Souls. A lot of the time people get, I said my viewers on Twitch especially, always go mad when I say, oh, I find Dark Souls quite relaxing, quite therapeutic. It's because it's all very deliberate. There's nothing frantic or really stressful about this game, unless you make it frantic and stressful. So I play it and it actually does help my head quite a lot. So maybe you can find some comfort in it as well. Right, let's get back to where we were, because obviously we fell down a big hole. which wasn't very nice of him. So that was up here, wasn't it? And that was that big hole right there. So let's head back up this slope. If you can hear, my lovely boy Zeus is he's been a little gremlin at the moment. My little ginger cat, my big boy. Do you wanna maybe come down? Do you wanna? Okay. That's it. Come on down, buddy. Okay. I'll come up then. Sometimes you got to take the fight to them, even though it involves you might possibly getting hurt and overwhelmed. There we go. We're just gonna. Okay. I'm trying to stay nice and calm. There we go. We're gonna get around this corner out of line of sight. There we go. No, my lovely ginger boy. He's obsessed with going outside at the moment because we don't have a cat flap. All you'll just hear him go, "Oh, I want out. I want to go out." And you go, "Okay, but maybe in a bit." He's like, "No, I want to go out right now." Okay. And then he'll climb on you and go, "I want to go out." And he's like, "Okay, I know." And he goes, "No, you don't understand. I need to go out right now." We love him. We love him so dearly, but oh my goodness, sometimes he is a little gremlin. Because if you own a cat, you'll know exactly what I mean when they say when they get something in their head. Oh, obsessed. But we love him very much. His brother, Tramp, is a lot calmer. He's a lot more chilled. And he's quite happy he's actually sat near me now. I would move my camera, but unfortunately my entire rigging system would fall over. But I will get an alternative view for you for future videos. Oh, he's so cute. He's sat there being really poofy. He sits there with his big neck out. He's lovely. He was the runt of a litter, you see. If I just head back to where... I have head back where I came. Oh my word. I thought to myself the lighting has changed, so I got so distracted just yakking on. I do apologise, everyone. There we go. Let's just... Oh, blimey. I forgot that one was a moving one. Aren't we doing well? So what I've just done is actually just walked back the way I came, really. So I'm going to leave that one for now. I might come back to it at a later date, but for the time being I think we're just going to try and focus on some progression rather than me wandering around this gross 2-star Yelp review of a location, really. So I cannot give it the full 5 stars because it is full of poison and people who want to murder me. Sort of like Manchester. I kid, of course. Manchester's a lovely place. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Let's carry on. There we go. Right. There he is. Look, we can see where the darts are coming from. So I'm just going to move straight past these guys. There we go, just so we can get out of line of sight of that dude. Okay, lovely. There, fantastic. What on earth is that? Well, whatever it is, it's gross. So, I mean, I'm sure it's just doing the best it can, but also ick and or gross. So I'm just going to pop down here because there was a ladder, and it's not too far that we'll hurt ourselves. What on earth am I even looking at? Okay, let's go. Fire kite up to the highest height. There we go. Another soul of a proud knight. Fantastic. So we're going to make hopefully make a bit of a profit coming through this area. There's someone who's very angry, and I'm not entirely sure. Oh. Hello. Let's let him come up. There we go. Thanks, bud. Alright. So let's carry on down here. We're going to start just trying to sort of try and get down on it. Oh, hello. Uh-oh. Nope. Goodbye. And you know what? Don't feel too badly for them, because they are the most frustrating enemies just ever. They're just ridiculous. Because that toxic really is something bad. Oh, okay, that's fine. So let's just head out here. There's another little glowy fella. Ooh, what are you? An eagle shield? Let's have a quick look at that. I can't imagine it's going to be much better than the grass crest, but we'll have a look. So good magic and lightning, and quite stable as well. So this is interesting because now we've come across a shield with a different alternative. So if you remember, not that we've been using it very much at the moment, is that this shield has a parry. If I equip the eagle shield, which actually looks pretty cool, instead of parrying, you strike with it. So you can actually just bump people in the face with it, which is quite cool. But let's get my brass crest. And a broken straight sword. Hurrah for me, fantastic. But there we go, so there's another alternative shield if you would like to grab a hold of one. I'm just going to try and pick our way nice and carefully. Again, not a race, we're not in a rush, we're just going to try and survive through this little bit of the game. As you can see, it's quite a fiddly little area. Remember, barricades are destructible, so we can then move down here. We're just going to be very careful. Oh, there we go. Someone had just passed away, unfortunately. Large soul of a named soldier, fantastic. And I am really not sure what that is, so I'm going to very carefully. Ooh, gross. What we... Whoa, hello. Okay, so it can attack us, so that's good to know. Oh. Ooh, for quite a lot of damage as well, blimey. Okay. See, we learn new things every day. Just see if we can actually hurt it. Oh god, it's going to hurt me. Oh! Wow, okay. So perhaps a ranged approach for that boss, or for that mob, might be a better thing to do. Oh, he frightened the life out of me. Right. But now we know, and knowing is half the battle. So let's just carry on, shall we? No. There we go. Let's deal with this guy first. There we go. Oh yes, of course, we still got our blowpiper. Oh, Danny boy, the blowpipes are calling from glen to glen to give you toxic. Oh my god. As you can see, I'm now rushing, which means I got hurt quite badly because I wasn't very calm. Oh, you little so-and-so. Using our own things against us. So we can actually do the same thing. So we talked about obviously dodging way backing, which is quite a fundamental part of this game. If you don't actually have a direction, you just tap B, you do backstep, which is something to bear in mind. Okay. So what I need to do is get my souls back. Somehow. Let's have a look. Oh! Remember the third enemy? You have the enemy before you. Your mindset. And the third one is the camera angle. I think it makes a lot of sense. Oh, I think I confused him. There we go. Whoa! Guys! No. No, thank you. Oh, blimey. Oh, isn't that typical? But that's okay. Oh, let me get readjusted. Here we go. So a bit of an investment we lost, unfortunately, but then that is part of it. But remember, we have picked up so many Proud Knight souls, so we are actually on the... We're profiting out of this still, which is good. Still, you can't help but be a little bit disappointed. Oh my word, okay. Quick drink. Oh no, what have I done? What have I done? Okay, I'm just going to try and deal with these nice and individually. Remember, would you? There we go. Just going to try and... Because of where we managed to funnel them in, as you can see, remember we're setting up the arena. There we go. All played for. All played for. And I said, other streamers might be tempted to go, oh well, we'll just edit that a little bit out and just, you know, because we want to keep up the appearance that we're super cool and super efficient. So, no, I'm going to keep everything, all of my mistakes, all of my silly little things that I do in, because I think it's absolutely vital that people see that it is something that does happen quite frequently. Because if we see people just going, I mean, oh my goodness, if you want to see artistry, so art has kind of been defined as anything that is being done to the best of someone's ability. And for your homework is to go on Twitch and look up not only my channel, Cogent but also someone called God Came with Kate. She is... It is mind-blowing. She, at the moment, is doing Dark Souls 1, 2 and 3, but what are called no-hit runs. Ow. No-hit runs are, as you can imagine, an entire run of Dark Souls, Dark Souls 2, and Dark Souls 3 without being hit once. Is that not the most bonkers thing? I'll be quite careful at the moment because a little bit surrounded. But no, if you're expecting a no-hit run at some point from me, I'm sorry, I can't imagine I'll ever have that ability or patience to do such a thing. I said, again, I play games to enjoy them. And I'm certain that Kate has got to that point by loving these Dark Souls games so much, and it is incredible to watch, honestly. But, yeah. Oh boy! Let's see if there's anything I can throw at this angry fella. Oh, there's got some... There you go, some throwing knives. Let's give that a go. Can I even target it? No, I can't. Oh, maybe I can. I just need to press the right button. Hiya! Did that do anything at all? I have no idea. So this is me just experimenting now. I'm just interested to see if it does actually do anything at all. Oh yes, yeah. It has done a little bit of damage. 43 damage, wowza. You know what, YouTube? We're doing it, alright? We might be here for about 1,000 years. I'm going to use up all of my stuff, but it's now a point of pride that I'm getting this thing. So as you can see, I'm just using some of my consumables at the moment. Let's have a look at my equipment. I might have a cool ranged weapon I might be able to use. Light crossbow, heavy crossbow. Let's use that, shall we? Get some bolts. So again, very much the same way. I'm just equipping items in the exact same way. There we go, use that two-handed. Clonk. What did that do? 17. As you can see, light attack fires the bow, and then the heavy attack changes the bolt type. But because I don't really use the crossbow in any way, I'm just going to use the bolts here, just to clink this thing to death. Fascinating watching, I can assure you. Let's carry on, let's just use up all those bolts. Because remember, all of this stuff we got for free, we haven't bought any of this. And if I'm being honest, it creeps me out. And also, I've never done this before, so we're exploring together. Look at that, look, it's nearly there. Yeah, nobody kills me twice in a row. Ooh, that was fancy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to unequip that now, just to, again, improve my equipment load. Oh, interesting. So if you're a pyromancer, it's actually well worth giving that guy a go. What's up there? I'm going to have a look. Because there's nothing stopping me. YouTube, try and stop me. I bet you can. I bet you can. That's fine. So this, again, I'll do my standard kind of channel stuff here. If you are kind of enjoying the nonsense that I'm putting out, please do consider giving me a little bit of a little thumbs up and a subscribe on YouTube. That'd be absolutely amazing. And also, if you want to watch me live, falling over and hurting myself and chatting with people, and it's all good fun, then please do catch me on Twitch. My username is Cogent Strumendrang, Strumendrang. Just look for the little Cogent symbol. Do I really want to go through this front door? I'm gonna go through the front door. Let's see what the front door contains. Ah, I thought so. There we go. It's just another little area, which is fine. Just puts me into another part of Blight Town, which is fine. Well, if I say fine, obviously in a very broad sense. I know. I just saw a ladder down there. I just wanted to see. Ooh. Shall we try it, YouTube? Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh God! That was me pressing the wrong button and then completely fluking it. Ooh, a whip. Okay, I'm not sure I really wanted to do this, I must say. Okay, a little bit of a balancing act down here, so let's just head down as well and see. Ooh, taking a fair bit of damage. Right, I think that's about as far down as I can go, so we're just going to nip out. So let's have a look. Hidden path ahead. Oh, hello. Right, now we're getting onto some very crazy stuff. So, I'm just going to have a little explore up here. Hello! For example, what on earth is that? Apart from terrifying. Big evil firebug people? I mean, it's sort of like a person. Kind of like a bug. Kind of like a fly. Whatever it is, I disapprove. But again, not so difficult to manage if we're quick. Just gonna pop down here. We're just gonna have another little explore. Oh. Aha! A little bit of progress because we have found another blowpiper. So we're going to give him the business. Remember, if you keep your shield up, it does reduce the amount of toxicity that builds up, but it doesn't eliminate it entirely. So just be very, very careful. There we go. Oh, baby, I love my fashion. The Wanderer set looks very cool. In fact, Wanderer. Oh my goodness! That gave me a bit of a fright. Ugh. Of course, I'm hollow as well. No. So there are little mosquito type things that float around here. They're a bit hideous, it must be said. Very difficult to hit as well, so if you do have a ranged weapon, it can be pretty good. Or failing that, something like a spear or a halberd is also pretty good for these guys. Because then you can just kind of prod them out of the air. But no, look, we're about to kind of touch ground now as well, which is good. So I'm just going to have another little look around, just to make sure that we haven't missed anything. Because again, this is all about exploration as well. So let's head back up here. And I think that's about the size of what that area can offer us for the time being. So I'm going to climb up this time. This is back kind of where we came from, so let's... Excuse me, I just need to cough for a second, so I do apologise. There we go. Otherwise I'll just be talking like this all the time, and it's no good for anyone. And now hopefully my silky smooth baritone will come through. Or whatever. Right. I'm going up all these goddamn ladders, there are so many of them. Okay. Ah, so this is actually... Remember that fog wall that we dispelled? And went, nah. That's kind of where this is. So actually... Again, another mistake. But I'm keeping it in. I'm keeping it in. Let's have a look. Nope. Every now and then you could find destructible walls or fake walls. But that was not one of those cases. Okay. I could jump down to there, but I think that might cause me to slide. Some of the kind of surfaces, you do just tend to sort of slip down them. So we're just going to head back to where we dealt with old blowpipe face. Ah, right, okay, I think... As you can just hear on the maybe just on the edge of your hearing there, you can just hear that kind of buzzing. Ah, there we are, look. Aren't they just the most revolting things? I'm sorry, I love animals, but... Oh! Oh! Oh, wow, I actually survived. Good lord, that was a huge mistake, and I... Oh, my word! Okay, we're running away now. Okay, remember, let's keep it nice and calm. Mistakes do happen. So, I'm going to head down here. We do need to head down here anyway. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to head in... We're going to get poisoned in this water, but it's okay. We don't have to worry about it. So, we're just going to... Again, we're just going to try and set up that that arena, because we've got a lot of things coming for us now, okay? As you can see, they've got quite a long range, so we're just going to try and use our sweeping attacks. And we're just going to try and use... We're going to take advantage of the length of our weapon. There we go. I'm just trying to funnel these guys in a little bit. You want to be very careful of that firework because it is quite damaging. I'll try and drink up quickly. There we go. And back away. There we go. And we're trying to keep nice and calm. Can be difficult at times like this. There we go. Drink up again. Remember, if you need to use something to survive, just use it. Blow through it. There is no point in keeping something for an emergency. Because the emergency is right now. Boop. And boop. And one more for luck. There we go. Lovely. But as you can see, the poison at the moment is hardly affecting us, and that's really good news. It's because of the shadow garb that we found before. Not gonna lie, guys, that gave me a bit of a fright. But again, we just kept nice and calm. as always. I think we might be near something quite cool. So I'm just going to have a little bit of an explore across the poison. That kind of that sand instrument thing. Do you remember if you were ever in primary school, or elementary school, that oh no! Big old leeches. Not a fan. Not a fan. You know those like tubes, the rain sticks. That's right. They're like an Aboriginal instrument. Just that, just in the background. That's just the poison. It's just letting us know that the poison is still kicking around. So let's have a little explore on the surface, because if you, again, exploration usually is rewarded, as you can see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my items and I'm going to remove that. I'm going to pop that in. I'm not going to use them now. I'm just going to keep going. I just want to see what's up here. Ooh, you see? There we go. Oh, brilliant. I mean, it's rubbish, but that's not the point. The point is that we explored and we were rewarded for it. So what I'm going to do is nip down here. Oh, so gnarly. Talk to your kids about giant leeches and why they are nasty. There you go. I think we're just going to be poisoned on this. Green Tonic shard, fantastic. So, we found, obviously, Tonic shards before, which is great. The other things, you can get different colours. So, green Tonic shards are used for enhancing magical weapons. Because, you know the embers that we've collected before, like the Moonlight Butterfly and all that jazz. So I've got to be quite careful now, because as you can see, we've only got one Estus flask left. So actually I'm going to remove that poison now. There we go. In fact, what I am going to do as well, give myself that a little bit of an advantage, we're going to put the Ring of the Evil Eye back on, because again, per kill, that restores hit points. I'm going to let that guy get his attack in, eventually. There we go. And give him a little bump on the noodle. Nope. Oh, just so gross. Wow, aren't we doing well, YouTube, eh? Oh, for goodness sake. Right, let's just swing. There you go, let's just swing attacks. That's fine as well. I was obsessed. I was a man possessed. Because remember, if there are enemies, there tends to be something that they're keen on you either not having or rewarding you for getting, so... Oh, another large Tonic shard, that's fantastic. We like them. Okay, we want to be so careful at the moment. Remember, in an emergency, we can use humanity to get our hit points back. Which is something that we might actually have to do, and in fact I will. So let's do that quickly. Mainly because we also don't have any... there we go. Let's just use one of them. Ah, there we go. A bit of a relief. They think, Cogent, why are we out here? Why are you exploring this horrible place? And it's like, well, there is a good reason for this, I promise you. And you'll see why in a little bit. Mark me. The one thing I am noticing at the moment is that my lack of poise means that I'm staggering under every blow as well. So again, if you're wearing heavy armour, it would be much less of a problem for you. As you can see, like these three cheeky little fellas are guarding something which I want. There we go, thank you very much. Now, server. If I'm strong enough to wield it, I probably will be. I am. Am I? Yes, I am. A little bit less damage. You think to yourself, well, why are you on it? Imbued with frightful occult energy which restores hit points with each hit. Oh, hot bananas. And firstly, and it looks cool as well. Slightly different swing pattern, so it might be something to get used to. But I'm interested in giving it a proper go. Because now that I'm big and strong. There we go. Lovely. We're just going to try and avoid some of the... most of the poison. So, before we round off our video today, what I'm actually going to do is show you where the next... Actually, not bad at all, is it, really? Because it attacks much quicker than this Zweihander. So I'm going to show you where the next Bonfire is. Before we round off today. So we can get nicely... There we go. It's quite nice, isn't it? And because obviously every time we hit something... Oh, am I going to make it out? I don't think I am. Oh, unlucky. Okay, let's just do that. There we go. Let's try and nip that in the bud quite quickly. So if you remember, this is our kind of panicked horror show arena. Right, so what we're looking for is our next Bonfire. So we've come all the way down there. As you can see, look, we can see a lot better now. We've clambered our way down. Then obviously we fell the last 50 feet. But the effect is still very much the same. Let's have a little large soul of a proud knight. Fantastic. What we're going to do is we're going to celebrate with a nice big level up as well for our next stream. You hiding away there? No, I think we'll concentrate on just getting back to. What a treat this little sword is, eh? Look at that. Don't even need where we're going. We don't even need potions. As you can see, if you look, after I just deal with this little fella here, hopefully, just need to get them to come in a little bit closer for me. There we go. Please stop firing blood at me. Can you see that very dark little kind of like sewer grate thing? That's where we're headed now. As you can see, we get a lot more attacks out of this this weapon as well before our stamina runs out, which is fantastic. I've got to say, I'm being honest, YouTube. I'm kind of falling in love a little bit with this this sword. I will get that. There you go. Large Soul of a Proud Knight again. Fantastic. And we're running in, and look! Oh, brilliant! Come on, baby, light my fire. Ah, so good. In fact, before we do anything else, I'm going to use a humanity. Look at that, we've got so much humanity now, which is brilliant. If you're wondering what twin humanities are as well, they simply just give you 2 humanity per use. And I rest the Bonfire. Anyway, thank you so much for watching today, guys. We will catch you again later. Thank you so much for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you in a while. Alright, take it easy. See you later, goodbye.